Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be discussing, topic 2 of A-Level History Option 2J, America, a Nation Divided. In today's episode we're going to be talking about westward expansion and its impact on the North and South. Okay, we're going to start off by defining a manifest destiny. Manifest destiny was the belief that the United States were destined to conquer the continent of North America and also the Pacific Ocean, I believe. This phrase was coined by John O'Sullivan, who I believe was a journalist. This happened in 1845, and this was a popular belief, was used as justification in key events like Polk's annexation of Texas in 1845 and the Oregon Treaty in 1846. Additionally, this would be used as a justification for the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 48. This will be discussed later on in the video. So how did the Mexican-American War start? Originally, Texas was part of Mexico. I think it was... I'm not going to attempt a Mexican name. Anyway, it was part of Mexico. Throughout the 1820s, Americans started moving into Texas. Considering the fact it was in the South, they started settling with their slaves. In 1829, Mexico passed a law banning slavery, and in 1830, they prohibited the immigration of Americans to Texas. The Americans, however, ignored both the laws because the Mexican government was too weak to enforce it. Their population wasn't very big, so therefore they didn't have a very strong government compared to the United States. There were around 300,000 American immigrants in Texas by 1835. Texas independence. On March 2nd, 1836, Texas declared its independence from Mexico. That picture on the right is wrong. It's missing a bit of Texas, but okay, you'll have to. In response, Santa Anna, who was a Mexican general, he sent a large army which defeated 187 Texans who were killed. The president at the time, President Jackson, sympathized for the Texans, but he sent no troops to help. However, hundreds of Americans willingly came to help, mainly from the South and the West, I believe. And in 1846, in April, an American Texan army defeated the Mexicans at the Battle of San Jacinto. Polk and his promise. This on the right is President Polk. He was president from 1845 to 1849. As you can see, mentioning the election of 1844, this is mainly because the elections usually happen in November, I believe, and then they start off like the new year with the new president. Anyway, Polk was a Democratic candidate, so he defended slavery. He was elected president. He was a massive believer of Manifest Destiny and used that, which he also used to promise the annexation of Texas and Oregon. Oregon was claimed by Britain, Texas was claimed by Mexico. And in 1845, Texas was admitted as a state. This angered Mexico, who claimed possession or sovereignty over Texas. Trigger cause. So in 1845, Polk sent US troops north of the Rio Grande, in a contested area. In May 1846, Mexican troops ambushed these troops, which ended in the death or the wounding of 16 men. Polk famously declared that the Mexicans had, quote, shed American blood on American soil, end quote. However, this was not correct at all, considering that the Rio Grande, or at the time the Rio Grande, was not part of America, that was still part of Mexico, and therefore American blood had been spilled on Mexican soil, but it has a bit of dramatic effect saying American blood on American soil, hence why Polk probably did it. Polk then asked Congress to declare war. They accepted, and the Mexican-American War began. So, the war as a whole. We're going to talk about the Americans and how they're better off, I guess. The Americans had a superior artillery. They had junior officers who were fully trained. They had enthusiastic volunteers. They also had naval supremacy. Fremont, I believe it's how you say, or Fremont, assisted settlers in California in an uprising after they heard about the war in Mexico, which then they started establishing California as separate from Mexico. General Kearny occupied Santa Fe, the one in New Mexico, not in Texas, which is now New Mexico's capital. That's a separate story. On the 18th of August, 1846, and in February 1847, Zachary Taylor, who will later become president, defeated Santa Anna, who is a Mexican general, the lead Mexican general, his army at the Battle of Buena Vista. However, the Mexicans refused to accept defeat. So Polk ordered American forces under Winfield Scott to occupy Mexico City, which was Mexico's capital. Obviously, with America having the capital under control, this led to the Mexicans wanting a treaty. The treaty of such was the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which ended the Mexican War and was signed on February 2nd, 1848, in favour of the United States. These were the terms. It added an additional 525,000 square miles to the United States, which was land not in the Louisiana Purchase, including Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. Mexico also gave up all claims to Texas, so Texas was all on its own. Mexico recognized the Rio Grande as America's southern boundary, and in return, the United States paid Mexico $15 million, essentially for Texas, and agreed to settle all claims of US citizens against Mexico. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. So this was the start of topic 2. Fortunately, I don't have any fun facts today, but yeah, I hope you all have a great day.